get started with authentic Jamaican rice and peas with coconut milk. You make this dish, a Jamaican is going to look at you sideways and be like, where'd you get this recipe from? This is how authentic it is, and this is how foolproof it is. I've seen many recipes. I've talked to Jamaicans. They don't know. Love you, Jamaicans. You know I love you. That's why I'm always in your country. That's why I'm always eating your food. But you do not know how to give recipes. The recipe will be at the bottom of this video. So the ingredients are about 6 or 7 green onions, 1 pound of red kidney beans, a little salt to taste, 1 can of coconut milk, 4 cups of rice, long grain, jasmine is the best, about 3 tablespoons of butter, and pimento seeds. And if you can't find pimento seeds, you can use allspice. If you not lucky enough to have a Jamaican section or a Latina section in the area that you live, I'm lucky to have both. I was able to find them, and you can always use a teaspoon of allspice. Okay, let's get started. So you'll need to soak your beans overnight. If you didn't do that, here's a quick alternative way. First, you're going to, whether you soak them or not, you're going to pick them, pick all the little bad parts out, and rinse them really good under cold water. Next, you're going to get your pot that you're going to be cooking in. Put 8 cups of water in it, along with your beans. Don't worry about any seasoning. Get those beans up to a rumbling boil for 2 minutes. Put the top on it. Turn it off. And set the timer for an hour, and don't touch it. After an hour, you're going to drain that liquid, every last bit of it. Once your beans are drained, get them back on the stove, and you're going to add 6 cups of water. After you've added the water, bring everything to a boil, and you're going to add about 10 to 12 of the pimento seeds and the dried thyme. Give it a good stir, and you're going to boil it until, take a bean out, and it's going to feel like, it needs 30 minutes more. That's the feel you're looking for. Once you feel your beans are about 30 to 40 minutes out, you're going to add your scallions, green onions. I'm throwing in half a jalapeno, and I'm going to pull that out, and your can of coconut milk. Give it a good stir, and then you're going to set the timer for another 15 to 20 minutes. Then you're going to measure out 4 cups of rice. I'm going to pull that pepper out. I have one family member that can't tolerate spicy. And I'm going to add the 4 cups of rice. Give it a stir. It's looking good and it's smelling good. As soon as those pimento seeds hit the pot, you just smell Jamaica. I hope you try this dish. I probably put too many, so I took 3 or 4 out. To me, you can't put enough, but my kids are like, what? So gonna bring that to a boil, and here's the most important step, and this was told to me by a Jamaican. You have to put foil around your pot. I don't care how airtight you think your pot is, wrap it with foil and then put the top on that. And then turn it down low. 30 minutes. And I'm telling you, this is going to come out perfect. I'm going to take that foil off. It's hot, by the way. And I'm just going to dig in there and make sure my rice is done. And a lot of the peas have risen to the top, but it's still a good mix. And I'm going to show you how to mix that without making a fiasco. I'm just going to taste the rice and make sure it's tender. That's the tender dance. So then I'm going to take a large spoon and not stir, but just dig all the way down and fold my rice over those peas that have risen to the top. Because if you stir, you're gonna activate those starches and you're gonna get clumpy rice. This way, it's still separate and a good mix. And I have to say that I didn't add the butter. If you want to add butter, you could have added it when you added the coconut milk. But something just told me don't add it, and I'm glad I didn't. My rice is good and separate, and I'm just fluffing it up here, and that's enough. You don't need to do anything else. Put the top on it till you're ready to serve it. So here was my finished dinner. My Jamaican rice and peas with coconut milk. Very authentic. I hope you try it. I also fried some plantain, and I have a video up for that. Super simple. Very good side dish. Very good filler. I made a little stewed chicken. One day I'll put the recipe up for that. And a little steamed cabbage, and that was my dinner. Thanks for watching. See you next time.